I'm Bex. This is my face. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. You've already seen the title, the thumbnail, you know what's going on. Today I'm finishing an unfinished art piece of mine. Just like I have blue series, which I've mentioned here a few times, I also have a red series, which is mostly
Plague Doctor masks.
super spooky and I love it. So I have one large 24 by 30 canvas that I painted a Plague Doctor mask on, and I have another 24 by 30 inch canvas that I intend to paint another Plague Doctor painting on. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. I had the background done forever ago, and so it's time to actually finish that project. So today I'm going to walk you through step by step how I do my paintings. I'm gonna apologize first though for the horrible lighting in my living room. It is the worst lit room of my apartment, which is saying a lot because all of the rooms are very poorly lit. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So finishing this project took me several days because I had to do it in a lot of little steps. So I already had the background on this canvas. I already have the red and white and black splattered all over there. But I wanted to go through and refine the background a little bit more, do another layer of reds and blacks, and just make sure the entire canvas is covered and make sure that I'm really happy with the background, because I can go back and change pieces of the background as I'm painting the mask, but it's really just a lot easier if I just have it done beforehand. So I'm just going in and slapping paint all around, and then I have to wait for that to dry before I can do the next step. So I let that sit overnight, came back the next day, and now is where it gets really fun. So I have my white chalk and I'm going to sketch out my Plague Doctor mask. Now I've already drawn this mask before in my sketchbook in great detail, so I have like this black and white sketch in front of me, and I just kind of have to copy it essentially onto my canvas. Now I really love working with chalk at this point because it's just so easy to erase bits and start over. If you notice, I start over multiple times while I'm trying to sketch this out because it just didn't look quite like I wanted it to. It was a little bit tricky. The first Plague Doctor was so much easier because the shape of the mask was a lot simpler, but also from the time I sketched my pictures to the time that I painted them, there was a much shorter gap between the sketch of my first Plague Doctor mask and that painting and my initial sketch and this painting. But once I get my chalk outline on there, I'm ready to get started painting, which is really my favorite part, is getting the first layer of the paint on there. So I'm going in, I'm not being super precise. I'm just going in, I feel like I'm just slapping paint on there just willy-nilly, but I'm going in just with plain black and marking out where my deepest shadows are so I can get a sense of that. And I'm not being super precise, I'm not trying to shade everything all at once, it's just wherever it's dark, that's where I'm putting some paint, just slapping it on there because I know I can refine that area more later. And then I do the same thing with the red. I go in wherever my brightest highlights are gonna be. I go in and I just slap some red paint on there. And again, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be pretty. It's essentially just giving me like a base layer, like a roadmap kind of idea of where I need to refine things. When I get done with this stage, I do kind of like really like the way it looks, even though I'm not anywhere near done. I do like the way it looks because you can tell what's going on and what it's supposed to be, but it's so choppy and I think that's fun, but I'll be honest, I don't like it enough to leave it that way because I do want to refine the painting. So after I let that dry and have a snack and go do something else, play with the dog, then I come back for another round of black and red, and this is where I start refining all the details, where I start adding more of my midtones, pushing and pulling the lights and darks, smoothing some things out and getting it so it's exactly how I want it. Now during this part of the process, really for the whole thing, but more so in this part of the process, every few paint strokes, it seems, I step back maybe 5 to 10 feet to take a look from a distance to make sure that it's really coming together how I want it to, because I I know it's really easy to just be too close to your painting the entire time and you're thinking it looks really good and then you step back and realize, oh no, it's not quite what I want. So I make sure to often just step back and take a look from a distance, because that's really what matters. Because with most paintings, they're gonna be on a wall. You're not gonna be staring at them with it right in front of your face. You know, you're gonna be viewing the painting from a distance, right? So that's where it needs to look good. So I make sure to step back often. But again, it's just pushing and pulling and refining until I feel that I'm happy with how it's looking and I feel like it's looking how I envisioned in my head. And I also continue to glance over at the companion piece, the first Plague Doctor mask that I did, because I want to make sure that they are similar enough that they look like they go together. Because even with this style of painting, my style has still changed, and I can tell that they are not quite the same, but they're close.
I'm trying.
But then after I get that layer on there, I let it dry just a little bit more, and then I get to put all of the highlights in. And so I do one quick pass with like red mixed with some white, just a little bit lighter, and then I go in with just the stark bright white to add just the little highlights, the shine on the glass part of the eye, and that really just brings it together and makes everything just pop. And it's just fantastic. I love the way it just changes a painting just to add the white highlights. Like, it's so good. I love it. What do you think? I know it's still like really hard to see. What do you think, you guys? Ugh. This thing is huge. I'm so excited about it. I'm very happy. Oh! Everything's fine here. But I am so happy with how this turned out. And it's wild to me to think that I put this off for an entire year.
A year?
It was a year ago that I put that paint on the background and said I'm gonna do this, and then just never did it. And the longer I went without painting the Plague Doctor on there, the more I started feeling like, well, what if I can't? What if I can't recreate the style that I've done? What if I can't get it to match my other Plague Doctor painting? What if suddenly I just suck at painting and I can't do it? These are real fears. I don't know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments, do you want to see more in the red series? Do you want to see maybe another colored series? I could do a pink series. I don't know what would be in that, but we could make it
spooky.
I would like to do a series of clowns. So maybe we'll do that. Let me know in the comments what you want to see, and if you enjoyed this kind of video of me doing large scale paintings in the other room on the easel, leave this video a big thumbs up, because that really helps me know what you want to see, what you enjoy, and then I can make more of that. So that's all I have for you today. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and click the bell icon so you're notified every time I post. I'm here every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye! It's just giant!